Hello students, I am Lavdeep Singh. Today I will teach class 9th English 2 story Hearts and Hands part 3. Please open page number 71. Will we see you again soon in Washington? Asked the girl. Now Miss Fairchild is saying to Mr. Easton that soon we'll meet in Washington. But Mr. Easton said, not soon, I think. My butterfly days are over, I fear. My butterfly days here means the days of enjoyment, when Mr. Easton used to move here and there without any tension. I love the vessel, said the girl irrelevantly, and her eyes were shining softly. She looked away out the car window. She began to speak truly and simply without the gloss of style and manner. Now here Miss Fairchild said that she loves the West, and she said all these things in a very simple manner, without any style. She said, Mama and I spent the summer in Denver, and she went home a week ago because her father was slightly ill. She said, I could live and be happy in the West. I think the air agrees. Air agrees means the environment of West suits her. Money isn't everything, but people always misunderstand things and remain stupid. Now this thing she is saying to Mr. Easton, some people, they misunderstand others' feeling. Now say Mr. Marshall, growled the glum-faced man. Now the glum-faced man said to the Mr. Easton, this isn't quite fair. I am needing a drink and haven't had a smoke all day. Haven't you talked enough and take me in the smoker now, won't you? I am half dead for a pipe. It means that glum-faced man is saying to Mr. Easton that now he is in need to smoke. So please stop the conversation and take me for the smoking. The bound travelers rose to their feet. Easton with the same slow smile on his face. Bound traveler means both the travelers. They also stood up and went away. I cannot deny, miss, I cannot stop a petition for the tobacco. Now Mr. Easton said that I cannot stop. I cannot say no to Mr. Glum-faced man for to smoke. I have to go with him. And he says goodbye to Miss Fairchild, and as he said that my duty calls means I have to do my duty as a marshal. It is too bad for that you are not going east, she said, reclothing herself with the manner and style, but you must go to the Leavenworth, I suppose. Now Miss Fairchild, that you are not going to east, that is a bad thing. But I know you should go to Leavenworth and do your duty as a marshal. And Easton also agrees that I must go on to Leavenworth. Two men sidled. Sidle means they came down the passage into the smoker. The two passengers in a seat nearby had heard most of the conversation, and one of them said that Marshall is a good sort of chap. He is having good personality. And some of these Western fellows are all right. Pretty young to hold a office, but one of the passengers said that as a marshal he is too young, because if anybody is a marshal, he is not too young to perform his duty. So another doubt was that another passenger said that did you ever know that an officer to handcuff a prisoner to his right hand? Mostly the marshals, police officer, they handcuff the prisoner to his right hand, not to the left hand. So both these two passengers, they reveal the truth in the end, that Mr. Easton was not a real marshal but was an culprit, and on the other side, glum-faced man was the real marshal. Thanks.